electronic music tutorial, presented of course by WeMakeDanceMusic.com, the largest music production marketplace on the internet, where you can find over 13,000 products from 500 or more producers for you to make better music. Check it out. So guys, in this episode 271, I will make some trance. And you might ask, why is this guy's making all these genres? Basically, I've been making electronic music for over 20 years. I am in this scene for 30, I cannot even count the years. So in 1993, I discovered electronic music, and I continued to do music for a long time. And for trance, for me, my main inspiration was Above and Beyond. I used to receive promo from them really early on when they started their career. And this kind of prog trance, melodic with big elements, usually good chords, good progression, it's really ring it. For me, there was Above and Beyond, Andy Moore, Armin was starting. It was a bit of a different genre of trance, more commercial and stuff like that, but for me, Above and Beyond made it all the way. So why do I want to make trance with you guys? Because I want to show what is important when you make a trance track, so you guys learn, and you have a better understanding of what element you will be working on to make a track. This might be different, but at least if you have those, I think you'll be able to make a really decent track. And the first element that is the bass. In this particular track, I'm using a bass pad and some layer of dumping bass on top to make variation. So basically, I compose this bass pad, and after that, I'm composing different elements, and I go back to the bass to do different elements. It's very important when you make, let's say, a loop. I would call it a loop. Some people compose differently. Personally, I do subtractive. So subtractive mean I make a track, I make a 32 bars loop, and then I reduce it to the simplest element. But when I make this, I put all the ideas that I have in there. So I'm sure when I pull back, I will have all the elements that I need to mix the track. So first step, create this big loop. Second step, build more arrangement. Third step, probably put more intricate parts, do automation and things like that, guys. So in this episode, you're gonna learn a whole lot. Let's jump into it. So right, guys, let's get started on this trance track. On the headphones, of course. Drop the volume of the speakers. I started a little bit, so I made a drum beat. Pretty simple drum beat. It is a start to the track, 132 BPM, of course, 96 kilohertz. Always better to make music with a higher resolution, guys. If you can, if your computer is capable of something like that, guys, go for it. It makes a huge difference when you mix. You have more headrooms, everything is cleaner, everything's clearer. 96K is the way to go. And I'm using Sylenth one because I think it is somehow the best synth to do this type. So let's listen to the beat. Simple. I put some big crashes in there just for fun, just to vary a little bit. With something like that, I prepare like a patch that I thought would be good to start, like something like this. I think even before I start this, I would sidechain it. So I'm going to take a compressor. Gonna go into the sidechain here, instrument, kick one, which is the kick that I hear. What I'm doing is sending the kick signal to the compressor. So you can see it here. I'm gonna set the attack and the release to very fast. Make sure it's not auto. Make sure we do not use auto gain too. I do not like this personally. If I want gain, I can always adjust the volume here. So that's something that I didn't mind. Oh, I'm gonna restart again here. I think the last key of this is quite dramatic, and I think it really works. It's a fairly simple melody, but this is a bass. Doesn't mean I will literally keep all the sounds the same. It's just like to start a track, you have to start with an idea, right? And I think simpler idea that you develop into more complex thing always yield better. I'm thinking right away, I would take that, replicate it, keep this little progression we just created here. take it to a whole octave higher and replicate it 9, 10, 12. 12 semitone. So now we have a chord. Ooh, I like the slow release of this one. This is a slow attack, sorry. I think I will bring it a little bit more. Okay. Like this. We could also, if you want to go a bit deeper, you can go on the octave of the oscillator. See, this was a bit high. If I lower it one octave here, a bit richer, we get a bit more tone. Let's bring it back. I would also do a send bus here. Take this send here, put a big reverb, which I like, which is always silver reverb here. My grandiose preset. I'm gonna send a little bit of the pad to it. Make it a bit bigger, a bit wider. Not too much. And now some hits. I would like some kind of electric bass hit, like pound, pound, pound. I like this, very simple. And then we're gonna put a different bass on it. Oh, this is, it's on the kick. I didn't expect this, but somehow the feel of it really works. I actually love this. We'll hit up like a chunky bass like this. I think now we're gonna go into an ARP. That's not necessarily gonna be an ARP. Let's say I will use the keys that I use here, and I will create like a melody with them. I think it's always a safe bet to reuse. So it will have familiarity because of course it is the same keys, and at the same time I can create an ARP that will be my own, that will be with a sequence that I create. I will see if I can bring it up here. And bring this one down here. Not quite, a bit lower. So I can do this, I can do command join, create one MIDI part. So you probably understand that those pads here are linking these parts very well together. So every time the pad going up, and then right after the pad there's a key change here in the ARP. Pushes, pop, pushes, pop, pushes, pop. Yeah, something like that I think would work. Little top lead melody here. Let's put it in there. And of course edit it, make it into something, hopefully. Let's clean it. I did like this little node that introduced itself here. Let's... This one... I think it was good where it was actually. I would like to repeat the little effect I got there. I think just this is enough. Dun, 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 dun. There's something that is not quite tight in there. This is good here. There's a delay here. This is good here. Just repeat this here. More complex, a bit more entry. Okay, this is getting there. So like I said, guys, I'm creating elements that will be used later on in the track once I do the process of putting everything together. Then right away, I'm gonna set up an automation channel here. I'm gonna put it on touch. I'm gonna go into Sylenth, drop this. So then I will have control. You do A to show the automations. You go here, Sylenth one cut off. So we can play with it. Oops, so I wanted to save it. It's not the time. I don't need to actually because Logic is saving. I could also, like earlier, look at the keys here. So we're gonna look at the keys we are. And this is the key of the bass that I was just playing here. And I think it would be good if I would take it up here. I'm not sure that this works so well in this case. It does actually. No, I cannot say that I like it, so I will leave it to its original. Well, it might be correct like musically in the track itself, this just doesn't work. So with all this, I'm gonna bring back some of the elements. This lead here. I'm gonna try to mix it a little bit. A bit too much delay here. Let's hear this again. So where do I want it to be in the mix? At the top? Do I want it to be back? Do I want it to be completely within the mix? And then we have this main harp we can put in the back. This I want it to be really in the back, in the groove. I mean, it is still there, but it's just there for the groove. And then of course this main bass pad that really bring the thickness to the track. And guys, it's gonna be it for episode 271 of your live electronic music tutorials. I hope you guys enjoy. Take a minute to smash that like button, drop a comment below, and until next time, may the sounds be with you.